registration form in the chat box. Thank you, and please make sure to mute your mic throughout the event. Dear participants, our event will begin shortly. While waiting, please fill out the registration form in the chat box. And also, please make sure to mute your mic throughout the event. Thank you. Gentle reminder to all participants, kindly register yourself using the link in the chat box and do remain on mute throughout the event. Thank you for your cooperation.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? The event will begin shortly. Please note that participants will have to register first There is a registration link in the chat box, so kindly fill up the form accordingly. Once again, I would like to remind all of you to mute your mic throughout the program. Heads up to our audience joining us from YouTube. You will experience a few seconds of delay due to technical difficulties. We do apologize for the inconvenience. Thank you. Welcome back to Makers at USM International Virtual Fair 2022 for the fourth session. The names Dahlia Mama Izahar will be joining all of you as the MC for this afternoon. Please note that participants will have to register first, the registration link in the chat box, so kindly fill up the form accordingly. For your information, this is the event fourth session and we will start off with secondary school students from Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Taiwan. All of you who have just joined us for this session are quite welcome. We'll begin the fourth session very shortly, but before that, I would like to introduce our honorable judges. Let me begin by introducing the judge for the session. Mr. Eric Yu of Malaysia is a current account director at NEC Corporation of Malaysia Sdn Bhd, expert in AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, big data, and cybersecurity database encryption. Hello, Mr. Eric Yu. And next, Mr. Ahmad Jalaluddin Yusuf from Malaysia is a power architect by Intel Programmable Solutions Group, power architecture, signal integrity, and platform hardware engineering expert. Thank you for joining us in Makers at USM 2022 this afternoon, both judges. Participants are kindly reminded that only they can respond to the questions during the Q&A session. However, when necessary, translators are permitted to assist. Thank you. So now let's get the session started right away. For the first group, now let us look at the first group from SMJK Hang E, Adria Lushantia, Tetiani, and Xu Jiasen, who invented a reusable and eco-friendly tissue box. Let's watch the video presentation that they have prepared.
Today, we will be talking about our project, Tissue Solution. As we all know, after opening and taking some tissues out, the tissue always comes out messily. This is a headache especially for tidy freaks like me. Therefore, our goal here is to try and fix this issue. First of all, we thought of adding a cover on the top of the tissue boxes so we can prevent the tissue from getting messy by closing back the cover. Secondly, we also thought of adding a zip and review a bottom hole under the tissue box. With that, we can refill the tissue paper through the hole and place it neatly in the tissue box. These improvements will make the tissue tidier and even makes the tissue box reusable, eco-friendly, and easier to use.
Here's a video to help you understand about our project. So starting off, we make the body part of the tissue box by sewing fabrics with varieties of color. After finishing this product, we added the zip and the cover to it. Now, let's make an experiment to compare the tissue packets that we are using now and the tissue box that we made. So as you can see, after we take out the tissue pack from the bag, the tissue is so untidy, and who wants to use this kind of tissue, right? Now, let's try putting it in our project and see the difference between them. From here, we can see that the tissues are now tidier and easier to take out with our tissue box. It also doesn't get messy after closing the cover and putting it in our bag.
After you have seen our video, here is a comparison for you to see. As you can see on the picture closer to the left hand side, this is the tissue pack that we are using now. After opening the pack and taking some tissues out, it makes them messy and bad. It will also give us a hard time finding good and tidy pieces of tissue paper. So, after we put it in our tissue box, you can see that in the right picture, the tissue looks tidier and even more convenient for us to use. Thank you.
Thank you for your detailed presentation. Now, I welcome Mr. Eric Yu and Mr. Ahmad Jalaluddin Yusuf for the Q&A session. Judges, can please open your camera for the Q&A session.
Yeah, can see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Yeah, okay. So this one is a very good idea. Actually, also may happen in my life, daily life also, because every time also I take the tissue paper. So in the laptop bag also happen like this, right? So I never think actually this can be solved with this idea. So may I know why actually is a cost effective for this? Actually, what is how actually the price they want to sell it in the market? I feel that in the marketing strategy is very good for all the look like our IT event. So can distribute as a top with the branding for this item.
When the tissue is exposed in extreme condition, the tissue will become messier and we need to rebuy the tissue.
Yeah. What is the cost of this material? What is your planning if let's say you want to go to market to sell this product? What is the price?
Around 10 ringgit.
One more question. The fabric material, so is it waterproof?
Yes.
It's a waterproof.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible I can put a wet tissue for this?
Yeah. No.
No, right?
No, right.
Yeah. Okay. The logic is there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All this is my question. So how about the next judge?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my video is not working, so I cannot use video today. So my question is, what is the plan after this moving forward? What do you plan to do from here? Do you plan to market it? You plan to start product development or talk to some company selling your ideas? So what do you have in mind?
Sorry for that. Can you repeat your question?
So my question is, what is your plan from now moving forward? So what do you want to do with this invention?
What do you want? Yeah, future plans. How you want to bring it further, like?
Commercialize to use.
So you want to commercialize it, you want to sell to public. So
Yes.
So do you need to find capital to develop it, or what are your steps? Meaning from now, you already have some invention, right? But you need to do something about it. You cannot just like leave it at there. So I'm just thinking like, what should you do, or what were you thinking of doing? Or we want to scrap that question then? So far, in terms of developing this, like, how much have you spent in terms of monetary to develop this? Because it costs some money to build the sample, right?
Can you repeat again? Okay.
So the question is simple, like, I just wondering, like, how much have you spent so far in developing this idea or this invention?
ringgit.
Sorry? What?
The 6 ringgit.
Oh, 6 ringgit. That's the cost of the tissue box. Okay, thank you. That's my last question.
Any further question from the judges?
Yeah, I'm okay. No more question.
All right. So thank you to both judges and participants for the recent Q&A session. Judges will have a half of minute to grade the team. All right, let's move on to the next group. There is some excellent news for all of you sugar lovers. The forthcoming project by SMA Garuda Cendekia students Kiana Muhammad Khalif, Nadira Amira, and Rana Azara Laksana will demonstrate the advantages of using nipa fruit and seaweed as the best ingredients for jelly candies. These two ingredients were chosen since they are widely available in Jakarta. The presentation.
Greetings everyone, I'm Kiana Muhammad Khalif Ardimandarman.
I am Rana Azara Laksana.
And I am Nadira Amara Putri Azhar.
From Garuda Cendekia Senior High, and we are going to explain our study about the benefits of nipa fruit and seaweed as raw materials for creating jelly candy.
Let's get started. First of all, I will start this presentation from the definition of nipa fruits. Nipa frutica worm is one of the palm family tree members, or Arcaceae, which generally grows in swamp areas or tidal areas near the coast. Nipa fruit has carbohydrate content, sugar content, and protein content that is good enough potentially for staple food substitutes. But people around the Bay of Jakarta regularly use it. Why? Because not many people know that mango fruits and leaves can be used as useful things such as food, drinks, cosmetics, medicine, and soap. And for seaweed, it aims to help the texture of Nipa fruit jelly candy. It can add a chewy texture to the jelly candy. And next, the objectives. Basically, this research is focused on two things. First is to determine the appropriate concentration of Nipa fruit porridge in the processing of Nipa fruit jelly candy and seaweed, as well as to determine the level preference for Nipa fruit jelly candy. And second is to tell people that the mangrove fruit has many more benefits than we all know.
The tools used for this study are pots, knives, stoves, blenders, basins, bowls, measuring cups, beaker, porcelain cups, scales, and cookie bowl. And for the ingredients, we use Nipa fruits, seaweed, 250 grams of sugar, and 50 milliliters of water. Determination of research on jelly candy using a comparison of ingredients with a concentration of 250 grams sugar. For treatment A, the Nipa fruit is 25%, and for the seaweed, it is 75%. For treatment B, the Nipa fruit is 75%, and for seaweed, it is 25%.
The process of making Nipa fruit pulp. First, sorting. Second, fruit division. Third, washing. Fourth, milling.
Process of making seaweed porridge. First one is sorting. Second is washing. Third is immersion. Fourth is washing again. And fifth, or the last one, is grinding or smoothing.
And last, the process of making Nipa fruit jelly candy. There are 6 steps, which are mixing, cooking, printing, cool down, cutting, drying, and packaging. The jelly candies are packed into a plastic cup to make it look intriguing and keep it hygienic.
The most perfect jelly candy for the panelists is treatment B in the good category with a score of 97%. And for treatment A, it is in the enough category with a score of 74%. The results of the analysis showed that the water content of treatment A of 21.33% and treatment B of 22%. The high starch content is found in treatment B, and for low sugar content is found in treatment A. The high level of starch in treatment B by 22%, since the more content of Nipa fruit, the higher the starch content is. The most perfect taste is in treatment B with a score of 97% in the good category, while in treatment A with a score of 74% in the enough category. The most perfect color is in treatment B with a score of 96% in the good category, for treatment A is also in the good category with a score of 84%. The most preferred scent was in treatment B in good category with a score of 97%, and treatment A with a score of 85% in good category. The most perfect texture of Nipa fruit jelly candy is treatment B in good category with a score of 97%, and for treatment A is in the enough category with a score of 74%.
Conclusion. From what we analyzed, the best treatment is in treatment B, 75% Nipa fruit, 25% seaweed, with a moisture content score of 22.00%, starch content 22.00%, taste 97%, color 96%, aroma 97%, and texture 97%. Apart from made into jelly candy, the mangrove fruit also has other benefits and should be more preserved. Suggestion: for further research, efforts should be made to increase the durability of Nipa fruit jelly candy and look for other elastics besides seaweed in making jelly candy.
Thank you.
Thank you for this team's amazing presentation. Through the Q&A session, I believe we can comprehend your project even better. Now, let's invite the panel of judges and the team.
Okay, I have a question. For this candy, right? So how long can be the food the freshness so this means maybe this candy can can keep for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years? So what is the duration period for the freshness? Yeah.
So it's around 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks only.
Yes.
Do I need to put in the fridge or just a normal weather condition?
Yes, you have to put it on fridge.
In the room temperature?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let me think other question first. I think for the next, just Ahmad, you can ask the question first.
Sure. I would like to see your thinking process. Like, maybe I don't have anything specific related to the nipah fruit, but I just want to know why do you choose to do this? What make it exciting to you to do this?
Because there are many people around Jakarta who don't use mangrove fruit because not many know that this fruit has many benefits. This thing happens because the population of mangrove forest in the area of Jakarta is not as wide as in other provinces.
So, what are other usage of the nipah that you can think of at the moment?
Can you repeat the question?
So you are saying that there are abundance of nipah in the area where you are staying. So do you know what are other usage of nipah in terms of fruits, tree, or other extraction from nipah that you can think of?
Other than being made as a jelly candy, we can also make cookies. Yeah, we can also make cookies from the fruit, the mango fruit.
Okay, got it. Thanks. That's all from me. Eric, you can continue if you have any questions.
Yeah, I got some question. So can I say I use this nipah, I replace some of the current in the market, the candy of the build the material? This means this nipah can replace of the some maybe candy of the preservative of current some of the others ingredients.
Ganti nipah apa?
My example, look like now I want to drink the Coke lah, okay. But okay, so normally Coke is very high sugar, right? So I drink the Coke Zero. So to replace the traditional the sugar. So by using your nipah, so is it possible can do similar equivalent like this?
Yes.
So nipah can be replaced by what kind of the current of the market the ingredients, the material? Example, nata de coco. Maybe.
Maybe coconut.
Coconut. Okay. So nipah, the population, is it more than the coconut? In the market?
No.
No, right?
No.
So the cost effective, maybe the cost will be very high, right?
Kind of.
Example, if let's say I use a coconut to you replace the coconut, but coconut in the market is very cheap already nowadays. So nipah maybe is still expensive. So this is won't see the cost effective I can say. But in terms of this, maybe the healthy if I using a coconut, it's not so healthy. It's using the nipa is more healthy. It's maybe. This one I don't know. I want to understand also.
Can you repeat the question again?
Okay, we make it simple in the layman term. If let's say now I eat the coconut candy, is it better than I eat the nipa candy, or I eat the nipa candy better than I eat the coconut candy?
Coconut can be the alternative because they are both similar.
Okay.
But for me, I think they are both the same. They have both the same sugar content and all of the like sugar content and water content. They almost have similar percentage, so it's the same.
Okay. How about the fiber?
It's also the same.
Will be same in coconut and the nipa.
It's similar.
Okay. So if let's say I'm the buyer, so can you tell me why I want to choose nipa instead of the coconut?
We want to choose, we decide to choose Nipa because not many people know that this fruit has many benefits, and we want to people to know it, the benefits.
Okay. Maybe I get some answer also because just now I saw your presentation, right? You mentioned there's a jelly. You can make it become the jelly, right? Okay. So from the coconut, if let's say you want to make it become jelly, so you have to add some others look like the jelly material, but maybe using the nipa is no need, right?
Yes.
It's already have the jelly content inside, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
The nipa, by using the nipa, is it already bundle inside with the material is a jelly also?
Oh yes, there is also pandan.
Okay, okay, then I understand. So this is advantageous if let's say I using coconut and the nipa, because I found from your answer is there actually is a mix with the jelly together. This means I no need to use the jelly powder anymore.
Yes.
This is the answer I want. I save a lot of the cost, you know. If let's say I'm the manufacturer, so I want to buy from you, buy your whole idea, okay? So if I buy coconut, I have to buy another separate is a jelly powder, okay? So that one may make my cost very high. And then the jelly powder also is come from maybe the other type of the chemical, okay? So they make it very fast. Then this one, the nipa is different because it's original from the fruit, the plant.
Yes.
So it's more natural. So if let's say you convince me to eat, I will eat because I feel that it's very natural product.
Yes.
So there's a strong point for you to win. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, that's all my question.
Thank you very much.
Any other question from Amma again?
No, that's all from me. Thanks.
Okay, very good. So that's all from mine.
Thank
you very much.
you.
Okay.
Thank you to both judges and participants for the great Q&A session just now. Now let's give the judges a minute to grade the recent team before we proceed to the next group. Alright, we'll proceed to the next group. The inability to view the rear of our hair when it comes to our appearance might be annoying. We have probably all experienced this. So let's now welcome the following participant, Chung Yun Chung from Chai City Lantan Public Junior High School of Taiwan, who is holding a hairdryer that has been contacted.
Well, judges, my invention is a hair dryer with attached mirror. The reason I invent this contraption is because we can see the hair on the back of our head. When we blow dry the hair on the back of our head, we have to constantly feel our hair to see it is still wet. And often, our hand gets burned when we accidentally touch the hot nozzle of the hair dryer. Then one day, I went to get a haircut and noticed that the barber used a mirror to show us how the back of our head looked after the cut. This gave me an idea. I thought about using an aluminum wire and mirror to solve the problem. I wrapped an aluminum wire around the handle of the hairdryer to attach a rear view mirror so you can see what I was doing when I was drying the hair on the back of my head. I did a patent search to see if anyone had created something similar and found something similar that had fixed mirrors attached to the hairdryer unit itself. But if the bracket breaks, then it would be troublesome to repair or replacement would be needed. My contraption will be easy to fix and inexpensive to replace if broken. Process: aluminum wire, mirror paper, and other materials are readily accessible and solve the cost issue. I have applied for a patent certificate which was approved on June 1st, 2020. Initially, I started with a regular mirror with a selfie stick, but it was too unwieldy and bulky. I changed the glass mirror with a mirror film to make it lighter. The selfie stick can be bent by replacing it with a malleable aluminum wire. However, I discovered that the 4mm aluminum wire was too thin and can be a poke hazard, so I tried to cover it with foam and then plastic beads. I settled on wrapping the wire with a cloth spread and alligator clips attached to the end to hold the mirror film. Feature 1. I settled on two different methods for storage. One storage method unit a box. You can liken the box. And the other is rolled up on the handle of the hair dryer. Feature 2. The aluminum wire can be easily adjusted. Feature 3. Adaptable to most models of hair dryers. Convenience. The contraption can be coiled around the handle of the hair dryer when not in use. The device is very durable and once attached, It is very stable and can be color matched to the model of hairdryer used with a variety of breast clothes. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for an amazing presentation from Chun and Chen. Let's hear from the judges and participants in the Q&A session.
Okay, I have the question. So since we are using the blower, so the air is very hot, right? So will the air blow back the bounce back and then to the mirror, and then the mirror will be feel because it's the aluminum, right? Mirror will be feel very hot, the mirror. So is it will be dangerous for us also? Because the aluminum mirror when the in the temperature is very high, is it safety for the environment also?
We'll use things to cover it, so it's not a problem. Well, we can use inside and cover on the hair dryer.
So is the durable? It's the wire. So when I blow, I tap the that one the blower. So then after that, the blower blow the hot air out. Then will I feel still very hot or at the behind? Maybe the mirror is the aluminum one, so my affected can't see well because of the hot air.
Can you say again?
Yeah. So example now I blow, okay, I blow, I using the mirror. So the mirror at my behind, but the when you blow, the hot air is go anywhere, right? Okay. So maybe will be bounce back to the mirror. So the hot air, then the hot air may affect the that one the paper mirror, maybe become very hot, or maybe become not clear the image. Will be happen or not?
We can change in how long or
Okay.
no, because we can change. It can be very long.
Okay, so this one you put is a more far lah, okay. And then at the behind, yeah, I can still see your image there. Okay. So, okay. Oh, there's my question only.
I have a question regarding the mirror that you are planning to use. So what kind of mirror is that? Is it some kind of paper, or it looks very light?
It's like a mirror.
So it's standard mirror, glass?
This is a mirror paper.
Oh, mirror paper. So I'm just worried because it looks like it has a lot of sharp edges. So in terms of safety, is it something that you should consider whether it's dangerous or not? It can scratch or cause injury.
We are trying to use something to cover this mirror paper, but it is too heavy. So we can use the other hand to see. So
Okay.
that the mirror to see the hair.
Okay, that's
It is very
interesting.
soft, so it's okay.
Moving forward, are you planning to make something more rigid? I mean, because it's so flexible, right? You have a need to keep adjusting it for it to stay in one position while you are using it. Or are you planning to talk to some manufacturers making something more suitable to the mass market?
Can you repeat again?
So my question is, what are your plan? What are your plan moving forward from here? So what are your next steps?
We are trying to we use the mirror paper and the alligator clips, aluminum wire, and this old material to give it to someone and that they DIY, and they can make it by themselves.
Okay, you are going in the approach. That's my last question. Congratulations on your patent.
I got one more question. So for your incoming, maybe in the future, upgrading your idea from the device, will you use the technology, example, wireless camera, so and then can Bluetooth to our phone? Then I can see, I put my phone there, then it's wirelessly, so the camera is behind using the Bluetooth, and then I can see from here.
Because the aluminum wire is tension pressure. It can't take too heavy to or coming down, and we can see the hair back behind us.
But of course, the cost effective is your current actually this R&D device is more better lah, because I see the material the paper mirror also is very clear. Yeah. So it's more cost effective lah. If let's say using the technology, so they might take I think it's more expensive lah. Yeah. Okay, so that's all in my question.
Thank you. Any further question from Mr. Ahmad?
No, that's the last one from me. Thank you.
All right. It's a great Q&A session with the judges and participants. For judges, you will have half a minute to grade the team. Right, let's move on to the next presentation. We now have a very interesting project here with the goal of increasing crop cost effectiveness by using a biodegradable growth medium that increases soil moisture retention. So our great inventors from SMJK Hang E will present their project, Pomelo albedo as bioabsorbent. Let us now watch the presentation.
Greeting judges. We are participants from Hemi High School, Penang, Malaysia. Our project is Pomelo albedo. Due to global warming and climate change, soil moisture is lost at a heightened rate. This requires more irrigation for agriculture. This is why it is the utmost importance to increase the soil moisture retention capabilities of soil to reduce water usage. But how do we do that? We found out that Pomelo albedo has the highest water retention capability of all citrus fruits. Thus, it might be viable as a substitute of soy during the early stages of plant growth.
But why pomelo? We could have easily gone with sponge or any other commercially available plant medium and call it a day. Well, firstly, pomelo is biodegradable so it doesn't cause any pollution. According to our research, the soil which was treated with pomelo albedo retains a heightened soil moisture retention capability even after 6 months, which is the degradation period of the pomelo albedo. This is because pomelo albedo has a sponge-like structure to absorb and retain water. With better water retention capabilities, crops grow faster with less frequent irrigation. Besides, it is easy to obtain the pomelo albedo and it is originally a waste product of pomelo juice factories.
We are not using the entirety of the pomelo dough, just the part that has albedo in it. We cut the albedo into 2 cm cubes. Then, we dry the albedo in the oven at 60 degrees Celsius for 48 hours to ensure it is totally dry. When we want to use the pomelo albedo, we compress it into a tightly packed form to aid the plant roots to take hold of the pomelo albedo.
We believe that pomelo is more efficient financially because it can reduce water usage. It doubles as a fertilizer and it replaces soil too. Pomelo costs 12 ringgit 10 cents per kilo for the entire early stage of plant growth, while soil and its supplements, such as fertilizer and agricultural lime, in total cost 31 ringgit and 60 cents per kilo of soil. Assuming 500 grams of soil or pomelo is needed as the medium for the plant, the cost comes down to 6 ringgit and 5 cents per pot of pomelo albedo and 15 ringgit 80 cents per pot of soil. The water usage for both medium are uncalculated here, but based off our experiment results, we can safely say that pomelo albedo still trumps soil in every way possible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your thorough presentation. Another brilliant idea from the students. Let's continue with the Q&A session. So I'd like to invite the team members and the judges.
Okay, I have okay. I saw that's how the presentations cost effectiveness. So for the comparison is very good. Yeah, so it's very clear. So on the explanation, so did you actually tested? So on the plant, example, I want to test on the rose. So maybe I use the normal soil. So that will take me 2 months, then only get the flower. So maybe I use the pomelo. So I can use maybe just within 3 or 4 weeks. So I can get the flower.
Yes, you have tested it in the previous experiment, which we tested on sunflowers. And yes, the sunflowers has grown very quickly and healthy.
Okay, good, very good. Okay, that's all on my question.
So I'm a bit more confused. So just now you are saying you're going to use pomelo as a fertilizer, or is it some kind of soil replacement? Because you are comparing to soil. So what are the purpose here?
Okay. We have decided to use pomelo as a replacement for soil in the early stages of the plant growth. This is because that I think that pomelo albedo could also function as a medium and also as a fertilizer at the same time. Because the pomelo albedo has pore-like structures, we believe that the roots can find a way to grow, and then also it has the water retention capability to provide enough water for the small plants.
So you are saying that we have a pot, then you take the pomelo. Which part of pomelo you want to use? The skin or?
Yes, the skin, which is called the pomelo albedo.
Oh, the skin is albedo.
Yes.
Okay, so it's some fancy title or something. So you take the skin that you put in the pot, then you put, let's say, a seed to make it grow, right? So do you need to water it as often as normal soil, or you don't need to?
We use the pomelo albedo as a replacement for soil, so we treat it as though it is soil itself, and
So we frequently water it, though not as frequently as soil, since as said before, it retains moisture for a longer period than soil.
Okay, great. So do you intend to market this, sell it as a soil replacement? Because in Penang, everybody here, most of the people live in the high-rise building. Space is a premium. We don't want to be carrying or lugging 10 kilograms of soil up. But if you carry pomelo, albedo, the skin, then probably it's more tenable. So what are your next steps? Are you planning to move forward from here to market research, or what are your intention from here?
Currently, we are planning to start communicating with factories that produce pomelo albedo as a waste, because there are factories that produce fruit juices such as pomelo juices. So they only take the fruit, the flesh inside, and then they discard the skin. So if it is possible, we could possibly strike a deal with them and to get it at a low price, and then we could commercialize it.
So are you planning to go? I know you're a student, so you're talking to your teachers to help you move forward with ideas? Because I find it very interesting.
We will also be communicating through our teachers.
Okay, interesting. Thanks. That's all from me.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any further question from Mr. Eric?
I feel that the market is very big because when you all the way travel to the north, right? So to the Penang, so you will go through the Tapa. Tapa is I think a lot of the pomelo there. Oh, so then after that they can supply the maybe to the Cameron Highland. So a lot of the planting there, right? So that's why I feel the ecosystem is very big for this market. Is very good also actually for our indoor plant. So no need to use the soil. So it's a replace and then no without the soil smell inside the house. Okay. So because normally inside the house we use the water plant, okay, with some additional that one maybe the liquid, okay, for the plant. So but this one is very good. Actually I also didn't know. I always after eat then I throw away everything already. Yeah. So that is a very good for the environment also. Yeah. So I think this idea have to be expanded. So okay. So thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the Q&A session just now, judges and participants. This is another invention from the students, and I hope this can turn into the fruition in the future. So now the judges will be given 1 minute to grade the most recent team. All right. Okay, let's go to another group. Next up is a project created by SMA Garuda Cendekia students Aisyah Nadifa, Agnes Savaras, and Indira Ausani The Fresh Sun stand for Fresh Sansevieria project is an idea that uses activated carbonipa and snake plant extract to absorb bad smells from shoes. So let's watch the presentation they have made to learn more about their project.
Greetings everyone, I'm Aishanidi Paharinisa. We're from Garuda Cendekia Senior High School. Today we're going to be explaining our study about the innovation of absorbing unpleasant odors in shoes from the mother-in-law's tongue extracts and activated carbonipa. Shoes are universal footwear. Shoes protect our feet as a whole, starting from the soles of the feet to the ankles. But most people complain about the unpleasant smell on the shoes. There are several factors that trigger the onset of unpleasant odor in shoes. One of them is due to the reaction of methane and hydrosulfate. So the smell is more pungent and causes the proliferation of bacteria. Various ways have been done by the public to eliminate unpleasant odors in shoes, but the method is still not effective. The purpose of this study was to determine how to make fresh sand preparation with the addition of sansevieria extract and activated charcoal nipa fruit skin as an absorbent of unpleasant odors in shoes. The result of the study is formulated in the dosage form of tea powder, with the results of testing pH preparation stable and meet the requirements. Free sand product is a combination of sansevieria plant with activated charcoal nipa fruit skin as catalyst and absorbent toxin and bad odors. We offer free sand Fresh Sansevieria as a research idea with profit opportunities that have high prospect with creativity and uniqueness and provide creative solutions for consumers that deserve to be developed. These are the tools and ingredients that we use for making the fresh sand. This is the extraction of the Sansevieria plant. First, collect the ingredients for making the Sansevieria plant extracts, then dry it using an oven at temperature 16 Celsius and blend it into powder. The extract was made using maceration method with 96% ethanol solvent. The prepared sample powder is soaked in 96% ethanol, stirred into homogeneity, and allowed to stand for 24 hours. After 24 hours, filtered and evaporated to remove solvents to obtain extract Sansevieria. These are the 4 steps manufacture of activated charcoal. And these are the formulation free sand. The test method used is diffusion method with paper disc against Staphylococcus epidermis bacteria. The result of testing the antibacterial activity of free sand showed that the formula produced a large diameter of inhibition against Staphylococcus epidermis bacteria with an average of 14 mm, including the category of strong. This great inhibitory power is due to the extract of Sansevieria contains secondary metabolites are such antibacterial such as flavonoids, tannins, saponins, and triterpenoids so as to influence the growth of bacteria. The presence of secondary metabolites become an important factor through its mechanism against bacteria. So here's the result of observation of free sand products from Sansevieria extract and activated charcoal nipa fruit skin as deodorizing odor on shoes that have been used on 10 pairs of shoes on average for 4 days is very influential in eliminating the unpleasant odor on each shoe. This is due to the smell absorbed by the powder of the Sansevieria.
Conclusions. The results show that the frozen Sansevieria extract and activated nipa charcoal produce a large diameter of Staphylococcus epidermidis bacteria inhibition with an average area of 14 mm, including the strong one. Suggestion. The suggestion given for further research are to be able to examine more in-depth other aspects such as making several different doses. Organoleptic tests can improve the smell and color of the preparation made in other forms such as spray and require further research to determine the level of effectiveness and reliability of accurate mother-in-law tone powder and activate charcoal nipa fruit skin in eliminating odor. Thank you for your attention.
I want to thank this group for the presentation just now. So this is the second team from SMA Garuda Cendekia to produce a project using NIPA. I'm about to invite the judges and the participants for the question and answer session.
So in these studies, which one do you use? You use the snake plant, or is it the Nipah? So I'm confused. Or are you using both of them?
We use both of Sansevieria extract and we use the manufacturing of charcoal Nipah fruit skin.
So it's a combination of both items.
Yes.
So how do you come about the idea to combine them?
We had the idea to utilizing the mangrove conservation areas in Indonesia at its fullest. So initially, we are inspired to utilize the Sansevieria and Nipah because we just want to put them in the market to give them exposure, and the most important thing is to using the mangrove resources.
So in terms of two components, that which one is more dominant?
It's Sansevieria.
So if we don't have charcoal, Nipah charcoal, does it still work, or you still need both?
Yes, it still works because the charcoal Nipah fruit skin has a capability as an absorbent material and as a catalysator.
So if we want to save costs, can you eliminate one of them?
I think we cannot.
So both works together, right? You need to have both of them.
Yes, they both work together in correlation.
Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Eric, pass to you.
I have one question. So if let's say my skin is sensitive, so is it the material can actually is complement or it's comply to the skin sensitive?
So we have do a test in our product Freesan Fresh Sansevieria. We already do a pH test and it already met the requirements, which is the requirements is the pH of normal skin is 4.5 until 6.5, and our product has met the requirements. It's 5.43, so it's safe for our skin and not causing any irritation.
Okay. So this material, this product, not only can use at the shoe, right? Can I put inside my car also? At my car boot also?
Yes.
And right. So it can help for how long? The duration time maybe can long last for 2 months, 3 months, or 1 year?
For one product, one tea bag is last around 5 until 7 days.
Oh.
Just, one tea bag of 10 grams.
10 grams. Possible can make it bigger, and then after that can put it inside the car. Example, look like the perfume can 1 month, long last for 1 or 2 months.
Yes, it's possible to last more than 7 days if we increase the grams, like
the grams
more than 10 grams.
Okay. How about if let's say I put it inside the my car park under the sun in the very high temperature, so will this still work very effective?
Yes, I think it does still work very effective.
Good. Okay, that's all my question. Feel that very good. Today I learned a lot from the Nipah can eat, and then this one the material can remove the odor, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So Ahmad, do you have any question again?
The principle of this is like it works by removing moisture, or how does it absorb the odor?
The product itself kills the bacteria.
Okay. So I must miss that part. All right. Yeah, that's all for me. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Versus the judges and the team, it's wonderful to see the people utilizing and bringing about the benefits of a plant whose uses are rarely known. So now let's allow the judges to grade the team for the next minute. All right, let's move on to the next group. A particularly useful organic chemical compound is ethanol. It's widely utilized throughout many different industries, including the production of plastic and cosmetics. Students from Thailand's Hatia Witayakan School have studied the manufacture of ethanol under various circumstances using semi-simultaneous saccharification and fermentation. What setting is ideal for producing ethanol at its best? Are you interested in it? Let's hear from them.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi everyone, today we would like to present about efficient ethanol production from rice straw through simultaneous saccharification and fermentation, semi-SSF by fluvaromycin marcinus TISTR 5925. And hi, I'm Vida Darakai.
Hi, my name is Hananya Muhammad.
Hi, my name is Tasha Muhammad. First, let's look at introduction. Thailand is devaluated impact on the climate change, causing widespread damage to the Thai economy and is likely to intensify in the future. To tackle climate change, reduce greenhouse gas emission, and adapt to mitigate in the impact of change is necessary to accelerate. As the amount of greenhouse gas released into the atmosphere exceeds nature's absorption capacity, this is mainly due to the increase in population, which has led to change in agricultural land use and support to urbanization. Thailand has an economic crop areas distributed throughout all regions of the country. Farmers focus on increasing their yield, so they accelerate crop production 2 to 3 times a year without good management and choose to use the burning method instead of the other method because it is an easy way, fast and convenient, low cost, especially rice straw. In a year, rice is grown both for consumption and export in the large quantities. Some regions of the country can farm all year round. Rice straw is interesting crop because it is an agricultural waste material. Is cheap. It can be used for a variety of uses. For example, it is used as compost, production by fermentation water, produce biogas, and produced bioethanol, etc. The project organizer are interested using rice straw as a substrate ethanol production with semi-SSF to optimize rice straw with fluvaromycin marcinus TISGR 5925. Next, let's talk about objective, the efficiency of ethanol production in order to find the optimum condition from agricultural waste. Rice straw by fluvaromycin marcinus TISGR 5925 through fermentation process, semi-simultaneous saccharification and fermentation, efficiently comparison from rice straw pre-treatment in terms of ethanol yield.
The next research methodology. The first step, preparation of rice straw. Dry rice straw in hot air oven at 65 Celsius for 24 hours. Then crush into small pieces and take a sample. The next, treatment of rice straw. Add sodium hydroxide at a concentration 50% in the prepared rice straw. 1 to 50 weight per volume. dry in hot air oven at 100 Celsius, comparing 2 and 3 hours, respectively, for comparing. The next, heat raised rinse with water until the pH was 7. Then rinse to dry in hot air oven at 60 Celsius for 6 hours. The next, semi-SSF fermentation. 10% treat rice weight by volume at with 0.05 molar sodium acetate buffer solution, a pH of 5. Add with commercial cellulose enzyme 50 FPU by gram at the end of 22 hours. Add chlomazid 10% and fermented feed containing yeast extract 3 gram by liter, potassium 2.5 gram by liter, calcium 0.25 gram by liter, ammonium 0.25 gram by liter, and magnesium 0.25 gram by liter. And the last step, doubleware collected at intervals of 6, 12, 24, 48, and 22 hours, effectively analyze an ethanol content. The next, result and discussion. Ethanol production from rice flour by semi-SSF process. Study pretreatment of rice flour with sodium hydroxide. The rice flour was pretreated with sodium hydroxide at a concentration of 15% weight by volume at 100 Celsius for 2 hours and 3 hours. It was found that rice flour pretreatment for 3 hours had ethanol produced 5.68, 16.61, and 15.61 gram by liter, which was higher than rice flour pretreatment 2 hours in 24 and 72 hours containing ethanol. Percent solid recovery and percent ethanol yield of the ethanol production. The solid recovery percent of pretreatment 2 and 3 hours were 55.90% and 66.6%. The study of ethanol production from rice flour by semi-SSF and fermentation of sugar. Rice flour treated with a 15% concentration of sodium hydroxide solution at 100 Celsius for 3 hours was more than ethanol 2 hours, which rice flour had an initial the highest ethanol concentration in the 48 hours period was 23.13, with a theoretical yield of 8.76% after 48 hours of fermentation. Ethanol production decreased due to reducing sugar content. The rate is not enough for yeast to grow, causing the production of ethanol to decrease. Meanwhile, the hours of pretreatment rice flour had an initial with the highest ethanol concentration occurred during the 48 hours fermentation period of 16.18. The theory is 10.4%. The next conclusion. Rice flour has potential as a feedstock for ethanol production through fermentation of semi-SSF by yeast.
The students' video presentation is extensive and in-depth. I thought we were all eager to hear what the judges will have to say. With that, I invite our judges and the team to the Q&A session.
So the process looks very long and complicated. So I'm not sure. I don't know how much. What is the use for ethanol? Then how do you think that by going through this process, whether your return of investment (ROI) can be achieved from doing this? So the first question is, what do you want to use the ethanol for? I'm not a chemical engineering or chemical engineer by profession, so I wouldn't know what you want to use for. Then the second question is, in terms of return of investment, it's such a long process and complicated and probably expensive, whether you can achieve anything from there. Yeah, that's all from me.
What is the ethanol production?
Yeah, so I'm asking, what do you use the ethanol for after you extract them? So what are the usage of ethanol?
The ethanol production can have to be useful in the laboratory, and this is the for use in the oil in the field, such as if we have to make the ethanol with gasoline, we have the qualities, the oil for gasohol, and this is for in the structure in the car have is very bright clean. Yes, and the ethanol have many useful for do in the future, because we have to we have to with the fuel fossil fuel. Yes,
Okay.
is
So you are saying it can be used for biofuel, right? Yeah, that's all from me. Thanks.
Yeah, I just actually while Ahmad asking the question, I just go to Google it. So the ethanol. So I found that there is a can be used. There is a structure of the chemical, so can be used as a alcohol. Is it correct?
yes, exactly.
All right. So once we know the alcohol, then we know actually a lot of things can be done, right? So it's a replacement. So from the Google here, so a lot. Yeah. So what is the cost actually for this? Because since just now the judge also said it's take long time to boil the things, and then is it cost effective in the industry when you sell to the buyer? What is the percentage? So maybe this one cheaper 50% from the industry alcohol, or what is the explanation?
We use the alcohol from dry straw, but its dry straw is rice straw, because this my country have many agricultural, and
Yeah.
and it's the waste. Rice straw is waste for we have to replace if we burn.
Yeah.
The rice straw, it have many impact for the world, cause it's to come to be a greenhouse gas. Yes, and have carbon dioxide, have many climate change, and we need to use the proceeds for product in ethanol, because it's the rice straw is very cheap. We have to replace, but we don't need to burning, and we have to replace for for useful in the ethanol production, and the ethanol production is the catches many purpose. such as a food production, alcohol, beverage, and use up. So when industry include the fuel in the vehicle.
Have
Yes,
you tried using the example, I want 10 liters of the ethanol. So how many rice straw you need? And then how long you want to burn it? So what is the burning cost? Yeah.
เขาบอกไอ้นั้นอะเราใช้เท่าไหร่10 กรัมต่อลิตร10 กรัมไอตัวกี่กรัมตอนแรกwe use the rice straw it's 35 gram.
Okay.
And can produce the ethanol in เท่าไหร่นะ ได้ ethanol เท่าไหร่ได้เปอร์เซ็นต์ใช่ไหม10% we can use the ethanol yield for 10%.
How? Pardon?
คือมันเป็น10 gram 10% gram by litre
10 liters.
10% gram by litre.
Okay.
Yes. No, it's not. It's not have many, but it's the. It's the example for the process for plant. Just the business. Kita saham itu.
Have you buy the ethanol from the outside the market? Maybe 1 liter ethanol is equivalent to how much? Then what is your cost saving?
The cost of ethanol we I'm not sure if it's so expensive.
How expensive? How many percentage?
I to search in the Google. Say they say 1 liter have the 100 baht is 100 baht จะนึกว่าดอลลาร์3 to 4 dollars for the 1 liter.
$3 to $4 for the 1 liter. So how about your cost? If let's say you want to sell to the market, 1 liter you want to sell how much?
I think I need to just 4 or 5 because this first start we have to inspire interesting the customer. But it's for the project. This project we have to exit. We have to taste in a little. Yes, and maybe I think in the future we can make this for the sale. But I think the future is the coster than now because now we have the many one thing to use in the bioethanol product.
Okay, one more question. Is it possible the ethanol can be used as a replace for our alcohol pad?
Alcohol pad.
Yeah, this means you go and jab your that one the vaccine, right? So every time you have the alcohol pad or you want to take some blood, so you also need to clean up with the alcohol pad first, right? So it's a very wide in the market. So is it can be replaced the ethanol? Replaced by the ethanol material?
The ethanol material and alcohol pad.
Can replace the alcohol pad? Is it possible?
The ethanol is metabolism. It's pure than ethanol. But it's the subset in ethanol. What is the ethanol pad, right? Ethanol pad. What is mean ethanol pad? Ethanol pad.
Or just make it simple, okay. So the alcohol pad normally in the market can replace by your ethanol material, the pad. Is it possible?
I think it's can be used. Yeah, it's possible.
Okay. Any dangerous on the ethanol? This to replace the alcohol pad, because alcohol pad is 99% made from alcohol. So the ethanol also type of the alcohol, but is it is a suitable comply to the human body?
I think it's not.
ทำกันให้บริสุทธิ์แบบมากๆแบบ95%ขึ้นไป
I think it's not appropriate because the ethanol is the product for on the lab, and is I not do research for can use in the human in the body.
Yes, correct. Your answer is correct. Because just now I Google also, at the end it cannot use for the human body. It's just for the lab. So you luckily you answered the right question. Okay, very good. Yeah. Even we take a long time so in the discussion, but we get the right answer and the right point. Okay. Yeah, very good. Okay, that's all on my question. Ahmad, do you have any question?
No, no more from me. Thanks, Eric.
This one took very long time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, that's all.
All right, thank you to both judges and participants. Without wasting any time, let's give the judges a minute to grade the team before we proceed to the next team. Right, we may proceed. All right, next we will take a look at a COVID-19 Defender Box. The COVID-19 Defender Box is a specially designed initiative that aids humans in their defense against COVID-19. Before we go any further, let us applaud the organizers of the SMK Pasigudang Group.
Good morning to the honorable judges, teachers, and my dear friends. My name is Sadika Ishwar, son of Sundarevan, and this is my sister Jodhilashmi, daughter of Sundarevan.
Hi.
And we are from SMK Pasir. The COVID-19 cases are increasing every day. So for that reason, we are making a new project to protect human body and health. Our title of the project is
COVID-19 Defender Box. Now let us explain about our project.
components that we have used for this project are Arduino Uno board, servo motor, some wires, ultrasonic sensor, breadboard, 9-volt battery holder, and USB cable.
Firstly, decide we can take the face mask over here. When anybody coughs, sneeze or blab, the sensor will detect, then the servo motor will open the box. Why we have to wear the face mask? The reason is, if we cough or sneeze, the germs can spread and can be effective to others. The way to stop spread the germs are to wear the face mask.
At this side, if we show our hand over here, the ultrasonic sensor will detect and we can get sanitizer over here. Now let us demonstrate how it's work.
Firstly, decide
Now at this side, when I show my hand over here, the sanitizer is on. We can use power to 9-volt battery, or also can use power bank. We can use this project at house or outside to light at home or at school and office. Now it's Q&A section. Why it's Q&A section? Because this is online competition. So if it was offline competition, the judges will ask question to us and we will answer it all. So before this, we collect some questions from our teachers and our friends. For the number 1,
is this useful for OKU? Yes, of course.
Second question, can I bring this box everywhere? Yeah, of course. And I said before this, everybody you can bring this box. Lastly, we will go better in this competition. Yeah, we will, because on 2020 we got gold medal. We get gold medal for this project, and in this competition we upgraded this project, like upgrade with coding, wiring, or with sensors. So we will get the gold. So that's the end of the Q&A section. We believe that our project will help to protect human body and health. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the great presentation. Let us now welcome the judges and team members to the Q&A session.
The idea is very interesting. I'm just like wondering what are the advantage that it has from pre-existing solution. Now we already have the dispenser and the mask already exist in the market. So what does the box can provide? What kind of value it adds to already existing solution?
Can you repeat, sir?
Okay, so my question is, we already have the dispenser. We also have the mask already exists now, right, in the market. So, what does your invention bring additional value to whatever we already have? Is there anything special that probably we missed from your presentation just now? Any value added that it has created?
This project will it's like a same like the same as a face mask and sanitizer, but how I see it.
Okay, maybe we can move on to the next. We can move on to the next question. So, if you want to productize this, you want to bring this to the market, is there additional enhancement that you want to add to the product? Yeah.
Yes, some of them are like checking temperature system, like checking temperature system to check temperature, body temperature, and just
Okay, got it. Thanks. That's all from me, Eric.
Okay. My question is, just now I saw the box, right? When you clap the hand, and then they will open the lid, then and then you can get the mask. So is it after that it will automatic close it, or you have to use the hand to close it?
automatic it will close.
Have to use the after you tap, then it will immediately close. Automatic.
It will automatic.
It's automatic lah. Okay. So the sound actually I have to nearby only. I clap only will be open, right?
No. If you the snap or clap, it will open.
If let's say this box, I put it in the meeting room, then maybe some of my colleagues is celebrate the birthday, then everybody also go and clap. So the box will open and close, open and close. Will be happen.
That time we just off lah.
So is it possible there is a range? So for the sound, maybe I nearby I clap only it will be open. If let's say very far, it won't be open.
Yeah. If it's far, it will not open.
How actually the distance for the sound? Maybe we put it 1% or 2% distance or 3%. Then only it will, when you clap, it only will be happen open.
Two or three.
2 or 3 lah. The distance
clap
2 or 3 people distance, then only it will open So if let's say very far people clap hands, so it will be open So it depends on the sound, the volume, right?
Yeah, depends on the sound.
Okay, okay. Okay. This one okay because of the now we all encourage contactless, correct or not? So I feel the box is very useful by clap the hand and then you can take the mask. So and then the second, the sensor with the hand wash, there's additional features lah, I can say. It's become the all-in-one in the box. Is it any future plan you will add on some of the features inside also?
Yeah, I just like to add temperature system, checking temperature.
Okay, so it might be need or no need because it depends on the virus car nowadays, right? So because we don't know whether still need this one, the temperature sensor or not, but it's okay to add on. So is it possible you can limit it one person per day only can take one?
Like what, sir?
Take one of the mask only.
No, you can put as many as you can. Like
How many maximum? How many maximum
10,
pieces can be put in the one box?
10 to 50.
10.
10 to 15.
Oh, okay, okay. Can. Possible you want to commercialize the product in the market? This means you want to sell to the market? The box?
Can you repeat, sir?
Possible you want to put your box, sell it to the market?
Like what, sir?
This thing, example, okay, make it layman term, I want to buy from you. So how much the box actually you want to sell?
RM20.
How much? Sorry?
RM20.
RN20.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Quite cost effective also. Okay. How long actually you R&D this box? You build the box together with all the function?
Like it depends on battery battery source. Sorry, power source.
The first time you build this box, you take how
depends on power
long the
source.
duration time to build?
For one month.
1 month,
Yeah, 1 month.
Okay, okay, okay. So I think that's all on my question. Ahmad, do you have any question anymore?
That's all from me, Harit. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone on the team and the judges. We will proceed once the judges have completed grading the most recent team. All right, let's proceed. Low party flower, superfine flower, wheat flour, and other flour options are available in the market. But have you heard of Lindor mangrove fruit flour? What exactly is it? And is it possible to bake cookies with it? Do you want to give it a shot? You might want to give it a shot after hearing from them. So another group of talented students from SMA Garuda Cendekia, Jasmine, Salsabila, and Shakia.
Greetings everyone, I'm Nozomi Jasmine Tabita, and my other teammates are Shakia Laika and Salsabila Kalfi Natasha. We are from Garuda Cendekia High School, and we will be explaining our research about Cookie Bruguera cookies as healthy snacks from Lindur mangrove fruit flower. Lindur fruit or Bruguera gymnorrhizae is a type of mangrove fruit that grows in the coastal area or large waterbeds with wide estuaries, just like most of Indonesia's territories. Lindur fruit or Bruguera gymnorrhizae is a type of mangrove fruit that contains high carbohydrates, allowing it to become a new food source. Lindur fruit is the type of mangrove fruit that grows a lot in the mangrove forest ecotourism area in Pantai Indah Kapuk, North Jakarta, and is managed by the DKI Jakarta regional government. The purpose of this research is to prove that there are many ways to utilize mangrove trees.
These are the tools and ingredients you'll need to make the flour and cookie. For the tools, you'll need a blender or food processor, knives, a sieve, bowls, spatula, spoons or measuring cups, an oven, and a scale. For the ingredients, the amount of Lindur fruit can be as much as you want, so it varies. Make sure you'll be able to get around 300 grams of flour from it, and then you'll need an egg, 55 grams of powdered sugar, 40 grams of palm sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, baking soda, and vanilla extract, chocolate chips, and 100 grams of butter. First, we'll wash the fruit thoroughly to get rid of the sap from the fruit. After that, we'll start boiling the fruit for around 15 minutes. You can check by the color if it's brown, then it's ready. Once you boil it, start peeling the skin and cut it into thin slices. You can also cut it after we boil it a second time. Boiling gets rid of the tannins that cause the fruit to taste bitter. After we boil it the second time, we can start drying the fruit. If you cut it thinly, it'll become dry very quickly, so try not to burn it. Once you're done, grind the dried Lindur fruit with a blender or a food processor. You can keep grinding it until you've gotten a fairly smooth flour along with grains. Sift the flour for maximum smoothness. This prevents the flour to become too rough when it's baked or added into the dough. Now all you need to do is combine the dry ingredients for the cookie, then add the wet ingredients and make sure to not overmix and add the chocolate chips at the end. Bake the cookies at 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 to 12 minutes and enjoy. These are the results from flour making with mangrove fruit, Bruguera gymnorrhiza. The yield referred to in the study is the flour weight of B. gymnorrhiza and is expressed by percentage. The pH in the solution contains many H2O molecules, which are combinations of hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions. The water content is one of the factors that greatly affect the decline in food quality. The higher the water content of the ingredient, the easier it is for a mold to form. This is the table for the results that we've gotten from friends and teachers that tasted the cookie that we've made. Out of everything, it actually got the great category since everyone really liked the texture, aroma, color, and taste. Maybe the taste is a little bit low since we can still taste a little bit of a hint of bitterness in the cookie. Other than that, it's still great.
Our discussions are: cookie is a type of baked goods that is preferred by the public, both adults and children, because they are easy to make. The cookies that are made from Lindur fruit flour must be boiled first. After that, remove the sap and tannins that is contained in the Lindur fruit for it to be safe for consumption. The cookie recipe from Lindur fruit flour refers to the recipe for making cookies from wheat flour. But when compared to cookies from wheat flour, it is not too sweet and slightly savory. It also has a hint of bitterness to it. The bitterness will fade once it's mixed and baked. This is because Lindur fruit contains sap and tannins when it's fresh. The conclusions are: first, the cookie's taste quality made from Lindur fruit flour is great with a percentage of 88% favorability. The appearance too with a percentage of 96%. Second, the texture quality is great with percentage of 95%. It has a dry, crumbly cake texture. As for the aroma, the percentage is at 94%, which is also a good percentage. Lastly, it is gluten-free. The suggestions are: first, the flour must be completely dry for better results. Second, sift the flour properly. Third, there is no need to fridge the dough. That is all from us. Thank you very much.
Okay, let me get started. So you want to sell this maybe as a flower, right? Because you thinking of it as a flower replacement. So I would like to see from, let's say, from health point of view, is there any health benefit that this lindo fruit has compared to the normal flour that we use from wheat or other items? So that's the first one. Yeah, maybe you can answer that one first, and I'll ask the next one.
All right, thank you for the question. For the benefits that we've gotten from the lab is because it's gluten-free and it has lower carbs compared to other flours, and it also has the protein content of it is quite high as well. So it's actually really great for people who want to go on a diet.
Okay, that's the angle. So in terms of the glycemic index, is it suitable for those that have sugar, blood sugar, high blood sugar? Is it in terms of HGI? Do you look at it whether it's high glycemic index or low glycemic index compared to like normal flour that we use?
I'm sorry, are you asking us if the sugar actually?
Yeah, in terms of sugar, right? Normally, from health point of view, there are some simple carb like normal bread with a wheat, or those are considered like low glycemic index. Then if you take it, then you can have your blood sugar shoot up very fast. But for this case, I'm asking whether you look into that angle when you were thinking, when you're studying this as a flour replacement.
It has low percentage of sugar, so it's healthier than normal flour.
Got it.
So it fits for people that has a problem with their sugar level, like diabetes and such.
Okay, got it. Traditionally, this lindo fruit, is there any health benefit that people normally use besides using it as a flour replacement? Because there are a lot of fruit in the mangrove area there that are very good for health. So in Malaysia, there are a lot of places, there are a lot of mangrove swamp. Then people go there and take certain trees for health benefits. So I'm not sure whether this one falls to the same category or not. Maybe the question is outside the context of your work, so that's fine. Over to you, Eric.
Okay. We haven't exactly tried other methods of actually producing this fruit as a food product other than making it into a flour. But from what we've learned from the experiment that we've done, you could continue boiling it until the toxins are all gone, and actually maybe saute it or add it into as a substitute for rice, maybe, because it's quite similar to sweet potatoes and such, right? Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question. These cookies, is it possible can replace for my breakfast? This means I eat the cookies for my breakfast. It's good enough for my energy for the day. It's something look like the energy bar.
Yes, you could eat these cookies for breakfast for like your energy for the day.
Specifically for the flour, though.
Specifically for the flour, though.
Okay, so example for my weight around 100 kilo. So how many cookies I have to eat for the breakfast? So to maintain the energy for the daily.
Maybe because the cookies we made has a high level of sugar, so maybe we wouldn't recommend making cookies, the flour. Maybe making it into something else. So and eat it in like a reasonable amount.
Okay.
Around
3 or 4
cookies.
cookies maybe. So that's the max amount.
Okay. Okay. What is the effective cost for you to sell to the market if compared to the normal cookies?
Because our cookies is more healthier than normal cookies because it contains free gluten and like it's also for vegan. Yeah, it could be.
So the comparison price for the market normal cookies and your cookies. So is it your pricing will be higher than the normal cookies, or will be lower?
It won't be higher.
It won't be higher lah. So this means still in the cost effectiveness
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, because normally in the layman terms, when we go to the market, we want to buy some actually healthy or diet cookies. It's very expensive in the market. Example, the energy bar also. That one is more to high fiber, so they mix it together with the healthy fruit grain. But from your costing, so is it will help to lower down the price in the market for the normal cookie with your healthy cookies?
Yeah, we will lower.
Yes, we will actually lower it because obtaining the fruit itself, especially in Indonesia, we have a large population of mangrove trees, so it's easier to obtain this fruit.
Kan itu yang wheat itu gandum.
Oh yeah. There's also currently right now there's a inflation of wheat price. So using this, we want to also use it as an alternative flour. And then we want to make the usage of mangrove trees more, so people can know what other benefits of the other parts of mangrove trees other than the roots or the bark.
We will push to the market, example Starbucks. So when people drink coffee, can have your healthy cookies.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Okay, that's all on my question. How about Ahmad? Do you have any other question?
No, that's all from me, Eric. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you to both judges and participants. I am glad our participants today brought a number of flower-related inventions, many of which we had never heard of before. So without wasting any time, let's give the judges a minute to grade the tea before we proceed to the next team. All right. So we have another 3 groups left. Ebooks are becoming more popular nowadays, but I'm sure some of us still prefer paper books, right? I'm not sure why, but I find that paper books provide a more unique and satisfying reading experience. So, do you share my sentiments? Then I'm guessing you're as excited as I am for the next presentation, Book Trestle by these Taiwanese siblings, Chang Yun Chang and Chang Lan Yun.
Hello everyone, my invention is called the book trestle. Ordinary tabletop book stand and stand-alone music stand are inconvenient to carry around. It's also hard to keep adjusting the angle to keep light reflection out of your eyes. So I invented the book trestle.
Our simplified model is easy to carry, set up, and readjust.
Here is my book trestle. There are only 4 pieces and they are easy to assemble. The frame, the adjustable leg, the extendable latches, and the spine clip. Each piece is 3D printable. Check out our infection DIY process. Simply 3D print the pieces and assemble, like so. Easy things in the world. Remember, it's entirely 3D printable, as you can see in our design pictures. So far, we developed 3 generations piece of book trestles. Metal BT ones come with a hinge shape at the top. It's easier to assemble, but it has a limit height.
Model BT2's middle hinge is a real improvement, but the slope is still not freely adjustable. For Model BT Max, we've perfected a ratchet column to allow free adjustment of slope, angle, and height. In summary, unique features of the book trestle include 1. Easy to store and carry. 2. Sturdy construction for long life. 3. Instrument extractability for all units. 4. Expensive to print. 5. Easy to assemble.
Moreover, the book trestle is 100% eco-friendly, of 100% recyclable and plastic.
The patent is pending for this product. My book trestle Model BT Max was awarded the Golden Medal in IEYI in Taiwan.
Thank you.
Thank you for presenting the project. So this is something I would like to have as a student. Let's move on to the Q&A session, judges and team members.
Eric, you can go first. Have been doing.
Okay. Okay, this one you're using the 3D printer to develop yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. How long actually you R&D for these items?
Maybe a year.
A year lah. Okay. So any failure rate during you do the R&D, how many times have failed and then you develop again and do again? How many times?
Three times.
3 times lah. Okay.
Yes.
So this one is it you can develop with many color, right?
Yes.
Okay. Already sell to the market currently in the Taiwan?
No.
Not yet lah. Okay. So the book, how thick actually can support the book? Example, 1 inch or two the around 1 cm or 2 cm. The book of the thickness.
Can you repeat that question, please?
Yeah. How thick the book, the clip can be support? Because I saw there is a clip, right? So the clip can just support the book cover only, or can clip the whole book together. Example, the book is 1 cm, 2 cm high, so can support the clip together.
Yes, it can.
Or it is adjustable lah.
Yes.
Okay. How about the dictionary? The dictionary is very thick, right? It's very heavy, right? I think more than one. How many? Normally, I think it's 1 kilo. So can be supported also.
No, it's too heavy.
It's too heavy.
Yes.
Maximum what is support weight can be done? Around just around is okay. Example 500 gram, 800 gram.
Maybe 500 gram.
500 gram is around, I think the book is around 80 pages. It's around that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this one very creative because I never see before. Yeah. It's very useful for the book, the market, and then for the study, for the library also. Yeah. I think can supply to all the library nationwide. Yeah. In the bookstore. Then the material can support for how long? Example, the plastic material maybe can support for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years only.
Maybe 3 years.
3 years, around 3 years, because it will be broken, right?
Yes.
So because the material you always use, okay. How much the cost actually per pieces? One piece. If let's say I want to buy one piece, it's around how much?
$3.
$3 lah.
Yes.
Okay. Quite cost effective also. Okay, that's all on my question. So I pass to Ahmad.
Okay, Eric already asked all the nice questions. So now I would like to know what are the thinking process, like how do you come out of this idea? Is it you see something that we use for phone or tablets, then you're thinking of using it for a book, or you have your own thoughts about this?
Because my sister like to play the instrument and she needs this book trestle to play music and put book on the table.
Okay, like what they use in the orchestra, something to hold your notes. Is that what you mean?
And the stand, a long music stand, is too heavy to carry around.
Okay, so instead she use this and put on the table. So can I use it to place a tablet, or develop the same idea towards making like a tablet holder using the same material that you have?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, meaning you already have something like this for the book, right? So if we were thinking of trying to enhance the idea, or for thinking of having additional usage, like using it for tablets or phone, Is it doable? Okay, never mind, we can scrap that. That's all from me.
Any further questions from the judges?
I think that's all from us.
Right. We appreciate the questions and response from the participants and judges. I'm hoping to see this product on the market in the near future. So after the judges have finished grading the most recent team, we'll move on to the next group. Next, do you have a younger sister or brother at home who is still in diapers? Did you know that diapers are both environmentally unfriendly and quite expensive? So this is for you. SMJK Hang E students invented innovative washable diapers. Let's us listen to the presentation.
Welcome to the Innovative Washable Diaper Project. We are students from SMJK Henghi, and our group members include Koi Yu-jun, Wei Se-jun, and Qing Wei-hong. This is our project abstract. Nowadays, changing diapers is very troublesome for mothers, especially with newborn babies. Therefore, we decided to create an innovative washable diaper to make changing diapers for mothers all around the world easier and more efficient. Conventional diapers are very difficult for mothers to pack up after use. Every time, before throwing away a conventional diaper, mothers have to prepare a plastic bag to put into the diaper. A diaper consists mostly of plastic films, fibers, fluid pump, and SAP, super absorbent polymer. 12% of Malaysia's landfill waste consists of diapers, which is almost the same amount of total plastic waste in Malaysia. Environment and Waste Management specialist Dr. Tang Lee Chong estimates that Malaysia uses up to 9.7 million pieces of diapers in a day.
Innovative washable diaper not only can reduce the total amount of diaper going into landfill, it can also make the job of changing diaper easier for mothers. Washable microfiber cloth has a waterproof bag inside which enables the diaper to be washed every time after use and not just be thrown away. Method of using the new innovative washable diaper. Firstly, we need to pull out the microfiber cloth from the washable diaper. Secondly, we need to fold the microfiber cloth 3 times to fit into the waterproof bag. Thirdly, fold the waterproof bag into the microfiber cloth. And last but not least, Throw all the microfiber cloth into the waterproof bag. In conclusion, innovative washable diaper not only can save time and energy, it also can reduce the waste produced by diaper every year. Thank you everyone for watching our video.
Thank you for your excellent presentation. I also have two nieces and would like to learn more about this invention. So let us greet the judges and participants for the Q&A session.
This one, I have a question. How actually you want to solve the hygiene problem? Especially nowadays, you see, our world is a lot of the virus, right? Many type of the virus, and the bacteria. So, disposal actually is a high cost also, not environment user friendly, right? Just now from your slide. So, but this one, if let's say I keep it, I go back, I wash. So, any solutions for the bacteria? Maybe you want to how to clean it, okay, from the cover side, because the cover is reusable, so also can be washable. But after wash, how can you make sure that the chemical actually is human friendly to the body for the baby, because the baby skin is very sensitive. You cannot use the normal, maybe the we call it the laundry powder to wash it. You have to use the special liquid to use or wash it. Okay, so to prevent the bacteria. Yeah. So how actually you solve this issue? Can't hear you. No sound. I think your mic is mute. Can't hear.
Now today we can use
Yeah.
detergent rated for babies.
A detergent for the baby.
Yes, specially made for baby.
Okay. Do you have the solution look like the UV light to kill the bacteria?
No.
Okay. I think this one, the solution you can bundle with the, just now we have the team, they do it the nipa with the what, the leaf. Then that one can make it dry, non-odor, okay, can kill the odor. So the smell, this one can be bundled together, both use the R&D solutions. Will be very great in the market. Okay.
Okay.
So since you're using the baby the detergent, that's a correct way to use it. Okay. If let's say it's okay because this is a reusable things. So maybe during the dry, so you can use the bundle with that one, the UV light to kill the bacteria at the same time before reuse. That is the suggestion. So that's all on my question. I pass it to the Ahmad.
So in terms of practicality, like now we live in a society where everyone just want to have it easy, buy and throw, which is more common. Then do you think that we have market for this kind of products? This is like what we used in the past, maybe 30, 40 years ago, where people will use some kind of cloth and then keep changing and washing them.
Yes, I think that this would actually have a market because because the diaper can be reused.
Okay, so in terms of costing, do you know like how much you think you want to sell it, so you must beat the current diapers available in the market for you to be able to sell.
This diaper may be a little bit expensive than conventional diaper, but it will be worth it in the end because we can constantly reuse the diaper again and again.
So what special material that you use? Is there anything special in terms of absorber material that you use than what we currently don't have in the market?
The outermost layer of the diaper is actually covered with waterproof bag.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that's all from me. Thanks.
Any further questions from the judges?
That's all on our question.
Thank you to this group and the judges. Judges are given half a minute to grade the team before we proceed to the last team.
Okay, done.
Thank you. So, and finally, the last innovation for the day. The next group from SMA Garuda Cendekia will demonstrate to us how the Nipah fruit peel may be processed and used as a water purification material, particularly in areas where access to clean water is a problem. Let us watch the presentations by Attar Zavarani Abdullah and Rafa Faiz Mariska.
Hello everyone, greetings. My name is Rafa Faiz Mariska from Garuda Cendekia High School and I'm going to explain our study. Unfortunately, without my friend Attar Zafarani Abdullah, who now cannot accompany me to present because of illness. The study that we are going to present is utilization of Nipah fruit peel, Nipah fructicans as activated carbon for well water purification materials. Water is a source of life, but it is not uncommon for people in an area to have difficulty getting water. The utilization of Nipah fruit peel is still not optimal, considering the potential for Nipah peel availability is quite large. One of the uses of Nipah fruit peel is for activated charcoal, but the manufacture of activated charcoal from Nipah fruit peel has never been done before. And with that, with activated charcoal's ability to deodorize, we further investigated its ability to deodorize river water. Raw materials that we use in this study are Nipah fruit, distilled water, CnCl2 solution, 0.1 nitrogen iodine solution, 0.1 nitrogen sodium thiosulfate solution, and 1% starch solution as an indicator. The instruments that we use are pyrolysis monogram, oven, furnace, copper, basin, tray, petri dish, porcelain cup, clip scissors, spatula, glass beaker 100 milliliters, glass beaker 250 milliliters, centrifugal tube, and desiccator. Our research procedure is in the implementation process, Nipah is cleaned, dried with the sun, put in a pyrolysis device, heated, and stored in tightly closed plastic before being ground and sieved with an 80 mesh sieve, and then ready to be tested for quality. Testing the quality of activated charcoal and swan water. Charcoal produced is tested for quality including determination of water content and ash content, and the best quality activated charcoal produced is used as an absorbent in Crocod River water purification. We also put a test for the stormwater with the best sample separated from the others. Results. For water content, the results of testing the water content of activated charcoal from NIPA pills showed the tendency that the longer the activation time and the greater the concentration of activator, the higher the water content of the activated charcoal produced. The longer the activation time, the water content contained in the activated carbon increases. For the S content, it is found with an activation time of 24 hours and an activator concentration of 1%, which is 4.08%. The results of the analysis of the application of activated charcoal in the peel of nipa fruit in the water purification process indicates that activated charcoal is able to purify water quite well. For the test results show that the color of river water after being given activated charcoal is clearer than before. The content of the TDS value is directly proportional to the value of the electrical conductivity. The higher the value of the electrical conductivity of water, the higher the number of TDS it contains. Conclusions from our study is activated charcoal can be made from the peel of the nipa fruit and could be applied to purify water. The water content of the activated carbon of nipa fruit exceeded the SNI standard. The measurement results show that the pH obtained is 7.73 and the TDS value is also smaller than before when being given activated charcoal. Our suggestion from our study is other aspects can be studied more deeply and comprehensively, such as the water discharge test, carbon absorption, vaporization level test, bond carbon content, and heavy metal absorption test, in order to obtain the maximum ability of activated carbon from nipa peel. That is all from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you to the participants involved in the presentation. Now let us hear from the judges and the participants to know more about their invention through the Q&A session.
I have the question. So how actually your solutions can help to clean our pollution river?
So this activated charcoal filters the substances that have not dissolved by the water.
Mm, how long the duration period for the polluted environment can be cleaned up?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Example, the river has been polluted, right? So it may take how long the duration time to clean it out? So it's more effective. Example, 1 week or 1 month.
So we use the pump that high pump. So the water is just through by the charcoal and to the container, and it's all.
How long the duration time to solve it?
I don't know. Maybe because we use like a pump, so it's go really fast. So we don't know. Just so the water is through into the filter with the charcoal and just like that. So the water is clear.
So far, any of your solution already go to the market, sell to the market in the maybe Indonesia?
Yeah, especially near our school, the river is so dirty, and we think that will be a good market.
Okay. Example, 1 liter of the dirty of the water from the riverside. How many liters you need from here to solve that one, the water clear?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Example, I take the 1 liter dirty water from the riverside. So I need to use how many percentage of your solutions to solve the clean the water? Maybe 1 liter of the example, 1 liter of the river water, the dirty one. So I need to take around 500 ml from your solutions to pull in, then only it can become the clear.
I haven't count the percentage, but in my I mean we fill the filter, so like fill the filter with the charcoal until until full. So I haven't count the percentage.
Oh, you haven't found the percentage. Okay, that's all my question. I pass it to the Ahmad.
So in your study, how do you define success? Meaning, how do you know whether using this works?
Because after the testing that we done, the water is accordance with the criteria for clean water according to Indonesian national standard. So, and the degree of the acidity is 6.5 to 8, and the maximum TDS value is 500 milligram per liter, and it is odorless.
So do you study in terms of contaminants, like how much contaminants in the water?
So yeah, after we test the filter, we get 7.76 for the acidity, and I think 187 milligram per liter.
187 milligram per liter. Okay. So this process, this product, is it similar to the normal water filter where they have charcoal, they have a bunch of other stuff? So you just replace the charcoal there with this nipah extract. Is it how your intention is?
Sorry, can you repeat?
So in the normal water filter, like they have bunch of stage, right? So stage 1, they have different particles filter, then for different level, then probably among one of the stage, probably there is a charcoal, normal charcoal. So is that your intention to replace the charcoal with this nipah derived nipah fruit skin? Is that your intention?
Yes, especially to add the usefulness of nipah plant in addition to ecological function as a mangrove. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Thanks. That's all from me.
Any further question from the judges?
No more question from me.
All right. Thank you to we appreciate the excellent Q&A session that just ended, which include both participants and judges. The participants today produced yet another fantastic question. Unfortunately, this is the final team competing this evening. Now the judges have a minute to grade the final group. We will now have a 5-minute break. We sincerely hope that all participants will follow along as our judges assess and evaluate each group that took part in the session.
Because of you, we focus on every little detail, exploring every delicate chapter on the journey. We believe everyone is capable of endless possibilities. Follow the vision in every step. We found excitement. With your blessing, we have unlimited strength, bringing out our best and sustaining it at all times. This is important to us. Our essence is most grounded when we are contributing all of us at each and every moment, uniting us to walk the right path. As we aid others, we are learning from the trials of everyday life. It recalls us to value the first thing that actually matters. It is you who have made us different. This is our journey towards greatness. Because of you, we focus on every little detail, exploring every delicate chapter on the journey. We believe everyone is capable of endless possibilities. Follow the vision in every step. We found excitement. With your blessing, we have unlimited strength, bringing out our best and sustaining it at all times. This is important to us. Our essence is most grounded when we are contributing all of us at each and every moment, uniting us to walk the right path. As we aid others, we are learning from the trials of everyday life. It recalls us to value the first thing that actually matters. It is you who have made us different. This is our journey towards greatness.
I am grateful for your patience, and I guess our judges are finally ready. I would like to formally welcome Mr. Eric Yu and Mr. Ahmad Jalaluddin Yusuf to share their comments in general for all groups that are participating today with us. Please welcome.
Hi, I'm glad to become the second time for the USM Maker just for this year. So last year was my first time. So I feel that the Maker is very interesting, not only to doing as a judge. So I also learn and explore a lot. So from the technology, from the R&D side, from the food and healthy, just now. So I also can saw a lot of the previously we feel that material is not useful, so people used to burn it. But at the end, so we can use it for develop and other things. Yeah. So this is environmental friendly. So I feel that makers is helping a lot the ecosystem to make everybody do it, make it together. Yeah. So this is very good program. I very support Dr. Wong to actually continuous every year to have it. And then from my industry for the AI and technology, I also feel that I can get some idea from you, and then how we want to go to market together. Yeah, that is my comment. So I'm very happy with all the students here. So you are so young, and then you are very creative. Okay, so you made me happy, made my days. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I learned a lot of stuff. We are here to learn together. There are many things that you never think of that it happens. There are some material or some trees, some waste that can be created into something very useful. The ethanol example is one of them. The pomelo is one of them. It's very interesting. Then from the tree, there is nipah, meaning in Malaysia there are plenty of that in the mangrove there. Then here people use them a lot to go take the sap as some kind of semi-alcoholic drink. So it's very common in the village here. But you guys are turning it into something even more productive, like charcoal, then some fruits, some trees. They are all totally unexpected. So, and they are one of the participants already have a patent. So at the age you have a patent is a very good accomplishment in life. So congratulations, all of you. Then great future ahead for everyone. Thank you. That's all from.
Thank you to Mr. Aryu and Mr. Ahmad Jalaluddin Yusuf for your motivating and encouraging comments. We anticipate working together in the future. Finally, we have come to the end of today's session. Before bidding farewell, let's have a photography session together. So please turn on your camera together. Okay, I can see some of the participants still adjusting their camera. All right. So ready? 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay, the last one. 1, 2, 3, and smile. All right. It's been a pleasure being with all of you today. Thank you. And thank you all for your patience. I wish you all a very good evening and see you tomorrow. Bye.